Getting the mind and body prepped for a race is a lot of hard work. And with the Genworth, Virginia 10-miler just days away, I wanted to make sure nothing is being overlooked. So I turned to the experts at Rehab Associates of Central Virginia to get advice.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's starting to get nervous in preparations for the 10-miler. You know, some things to be thinking about going into the races. You want to really start thinking about what you're eating this week, you know, kind of keep it on the healthier side, keeping your carbohydrates in, in check, and your proteins in check and fats in check to just make sure you're properly nutrition as well for the 10-miler, as well as your hydration. A good rule of thumb is you should drink about half your body weight in ounces for water each day. So if you're kind of keeping track of that, the week of the 10-miler, you should be properly hydrated, ready to go the morning of. Also in regards to food, a lot of people ask, what should we be eating that morning? And really, you don't want to go out on the 10-miler on a full belly. You want something light, but that something's going to hold you over. Some people, it's a granola bar. Some people, it's, a little English muffin with some peanut butter, maybe a banana with some peanut butter. You want something that sounds good to you, but also something that you've tried it before and hasn't upset your stomach and has made you feel good while you're on the run. So try a couple of different things ahead of time. Make sure that all works good for you.
And that morning, it's an early morning. How early should we eat? How early should we drink? Because nobody wants a pee stop on the way.
Yeah, I mean, most people are going to be nervous and want to go right before you start the race anyway. I'd say you want to get up, get your body going, try to eat maybe an hour or two before the race if you're getting up that early. I'd say at least an hour before you want to take something in so that you have time to kind of start to break that down in your system.
And I was out there last year. It's so much fun. There's so much excitement in the air. But let's talk about what we need to do before we start running, stretching, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely want to do a little bit of a warm-up. We recommend a dynamic warm-up that stretches with movement. That helps just to get blood flow to the muscles, get them warmed up and ready to go. Kind of helps to lubricate the muscles so that you're not starting off running on a cold muscle, and then that's where most people, will start to get spasms or pain or problems, and then they feel better a mile or two into the run, where if they just would have done some dynamic stretches and a little jog or something to the race, or a, faster walk down to the start line, that would have helped them warm up to begin.
And speaking of the race itself, are we going to be sore? Are we going to be exhausted afterwards?
You're going to be sore, especially if this is the longest race you've run and the first race that you've run. The 10-miler is a tough course. It's a fun course, but it's a tough course. So I'd expect that you'd be sore anywhere from 4 to 6 days following the race. If you are sore, steadily 2 weeks after that, or even 3 weeks, that's something that you probably need some help with or to get checked out. We're at 11 different locations around the Lynchburg and surrounding areas, and so we're, are more than happy to see patients to, assess them and determine if they have an issue that needs help or if it's just something that may resolve on its own. We can always give that kind of information. That way you're not wondering, and if it is a problem, we can address it before it turns into a big problem.
Right, exactly. And I actually had a running analysis done here, and I learned a lot about myself. Overstriding, you guys videotape this. There's a real science behind it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, your body is a machine. Everything works mechanically, especially in the lower extremity. We see that a lot. And so being able to break that down, measure specific components of movement, compare you from side to side to see if your body is functioning symmetrically, and then addressing those things helps to keep you running healthy, mainly.
And one thing I've learned from you all is you need to listen to them, because if you don't, you get boo-boos, you get hurt. And fortunately, you all helped me because I hurt myself a lot. And coming and making that decision to come to you all instead of just resting, it had become a chronic problem, and now I feel 1,000 times better.
Good. Yeah, I mean, we see not only athletes who are training for something or have injured themselves in the process, people who, have back pain or shoulder pain or wake up with a crick in their neck. We see everything from head to toe treatment-wise, and, have one of the top outcomes for physical therapy in the nation. And so being able to, address multiple problems for people is really something that we do well and we enjoy doing.
And the biggest, most important point, have fun. right? During the race.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that people lose sight of. You know, you're out there, you've trained for this, you know, want to do your best, but take it in. You know, you did, you know, probably up to a 10 or 12-week training program to come to this point, and now you're here and you want to enjoy that accomplishment. So don't forget to have fun. Take a selfie before you go out there, maybe one on the race. You know, talk to people who are around you. That's kind of one of the funnest things to do at races is, you know, chatting with people along the course, you know, how they got there, how they're doing. You know, it's the camaraderie of the people that are with you that keeps you going and makes you feel the best.
And Rehab Associates of Central Virginia has many area locations. If you need advice or you need help, 855-RACV-4PT, also online at racva.com, and you can find them on Facebook as well.